Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Should there be reasons for us to smile? Should there be reasons for us to be hopeful, optimistic, and looking forward to a victorious Sunday? Not this Sunday, but 7 days away from now. People say one step at a time. There is a hurdle that we have to face on Wednesday to see if after that, then we can be talking of doing it again. 15 times, this is the 16th one that we've got into the semifinals. And of those times, 7 of them were proceeded to play in the finals. 8 times we have dropped at the semifinals. 8 times. Are we going to even the score to make it 8-8? 8 wins and 8 defeats at the semifinals. We said nothing about the finals now. But for Wednesday, we're meeting familiar foes. Because almost to the date, 24 years ago, in 2000, in Lagos, in February, we are meeting February 7th. And that was February the 10th. We met South Africa right there. And the Joker from Bonfrey did turn the show. We meet them again in Côte d'Ivoire. Like we say in 84, we were in Côte d'Ivoire. And we went all the way to the finals. The Camerooners we met then, we are seeing them no more. We've sent them home. But the South Africans that we met 24 years ago, they are before us. The final hurdle before we meet probably the resurrected team of the tournament, the hosts, Ivorians. It's all going to be about the AFCON show. We'll take a peep and look at England, where they have 2 contenders for now, but there is a third locking. But today, it will be a battle of the hopefuls when the Gunners take on the Merseyside right there at the Emirates. So basically, will the spoils be shared? Because since 2000, the millennium, the Gunners have won this title twice. Starting in 2002 and 2004 when Invisibles won it. And after that, they became very, very visible. And then they came in from the cold. The Merseyside I won it once, but it was the year that COVID ravaged the world. But it was a kind of hope for them right there in Liverpool. So today, when Arsenal takes on Liverpool, where will the gong sound? Ferrari, attractive Ferrari, the home of Schumacher, was where the man who has won 7 titles with Mercedes said, Schumacher did it there. Let me go and do it. Of course, no, he did it with McLaren and then Mercedes. And right now, he says, I can do it with Ferrari. But there is a Vettel. There is a Verstappen. Let's see how these guys will get it done. Fury says it's no longer on the 17th of February. It has to be on the 18th of May. There was a court. Anyway, my guys are in the house. So, as we always do, let me start with the Catalan. Of course, we have a lady in the house.
Good afternoon, Ken.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Cecilia. It's good to be back. Stanley Wabali. Stanley Wabali.
Yeah.
Stanley Wabali.
Yeah.
That's written.
That's enough said.
That's enough said.
See, Stanley Wabali, we prayed. Stanley Wabali, I mean, he got healed. Stanley Wabali got there. Your take?
Roland Williams. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4.
When was the last time you had a goalkeeper saving 4 penalties? And if you put everything together, plus the save he made in normal time, you know that their goalkeepers, I mean, it wasn't a kind of a fluke penalty. It wasn't a soft penalty.
Exactly.
It was a penalty. I mean, when you mean a penalty, it was a penalty. He saved 4 of them. and then South Africa in the semi-finals. And this is a team we never thought would make it, especially when they lost their opening game to Mali. Yeah, 2-0. Fed okay, what's South Africa doing here? And then against Morocco. And now they're in semi-finals facing Nigeria. I mean, that's the match I'm waiting for on Wednesday. That's just what I'm waiting for. Wednesday, what's going to happen? When you have Ronald Williams, and then you have Stanley Nwabali, these two guys
with the South African connection.
Okay, do you understand? I don't know if we have video analysts that are as good as what South Africans have, because Williams said it was the analyst, the video analyst is giving credit to how he got all the videos of all the players playing in Cape Verde across the world. He had to study them. That's the trick. So,
you just hit something. Probably when our guests come in and we look at it. But what you have just said, Sisi, is a case where the South Africans, because they interviewed their manager himself, and he says that they spent over 100 hours. Studying any team they want to play. Each of the when they play Morocco, each of their opponents, every player they study every player. So when it comes, okay, it's coming to penalties. If it comes to penalties, if these 11 players are going to play it, what had their said it? If they get the ball, if this guy picks the ball at this side, who is it looking out for? So in that detailed form, they went to school. In fact, a lot of people don't understand why Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola
are successful.
As they are, yes.
Pep and Klopp, they prepared for this job. It was not by accident. In fact, Pep did not only travel. Pep traveled to Brazil, to Argentina. When this guy was in Mexico, this one leads, immediate past Leeds manager.
Okay.
When
Marcelo
Bielsa, he went to study with Bielsa. When Jose Mourinho was there coaching Iraq, Pep wrote in Porto and he wrote him. I said, please, can I come and understudy you? You see, they prepared for the job. This video analysis you're talking about here is how, when you go about, look about, a club. Klopp said, when they were in Hoffenheim, when they were he said, look, the manager, he was an assistant before I think was before he was an assistant. That before and after every game, they spent more time analyzing every move
of the opponent.
Again, let me take a little detour. Manchester City's last game, that was against Burnley, where they won, I think, by 3-1. The second goal that Julian Alvarez scored was a direct free kick, just straight down the line to Alvarez, and he hit that ball in. Immediately he scored that goal. Pep went up to where his managers were seated, and he went to meet the set-piece manager and shook his hand. And you could tell that was straight out of the training ground. Now, the reason is because they had identified that Burnley, whenever they were setting up to defend set pieces, they always left a gaping hole that a lot of teams have failed to exploit. And Man City exploited it on the day, and afterwards, whenever they got a free kick again, they did well to cover up. But then the damage has been done. Like you said, when you are prepared and you meet opportunity, you're only bound to get successful, And that's what we've seen with the South African team. Like you rightly put it, they lost their first game. But since then, they've gradually built up themselves over the course of the tournament. And for a Cape Verdean side, I think they've not failed to score in any match in this tournament. They're playing against South Africa.
Kept them out.
And then I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
They created more chances, more opportunities
They bossed the game. But South Africa, they knew exactly. Start back and they took in the pressure. And they knew that if you get to penalties, you don't stand a chance. Like you said, I have not seen it before. And I don't know if we'll see it again. Saving 4, and not because they were weak penalties, no. These were very well taken penalty kicks. And he saved 4 of them. That's super impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, I wish you can see maybe the motion pictures of the Super Eagles, the success Super Eagles. Let's start with it because you're talking about South Africa and the South Africans. I mean, the coach, what the coach did immediately after the game, the way he ran onto the field and hugged, Williams. It's something that you really need to see, because if not for him, especially at regulation time, that save that he made, if he had not made that save, I think, this was the save he made before they went into penalties. I mean, I don't know how to describe Williams. I mean, I love the fact that he didn't just claim the credits for himself, giving it to the video analyst. As you mentioned, if you are facing a team like Cape Verde who knows how to score, who creates chances, how do you beat them? So you have to beat them in their own game, because the penalties they were taking, I was wondering, like, how did he know the direction they were going?
Like he was reading their minds or something.
Like he was reading their mind, like he followed it. And these are penalties that normal goalkeeper cannot. That's why I'm hoping and praying that against Nigeria, we need to score first, finish everything on regulation time. No penalties, because I know they would have studied everybody. I'm pitying Oliseh ahead of Wednesday's clash, because I don't know what's going to happen. I just hope and pray maybe if the coach can tweak. I understand, yes, formation is working for him, it's fine. But if maybe, just maybe, he can start Terry Murphy to throw them off first. Maybe if he can do that, they bring in Oliseh later. I don't know, but I'm not the coach. But I'm just thinking, because after watching this South African game, before I've heard the South African, we're not.
Don't panic.
If you don't beat them regulation time, do not take it into penalty.
We have met them 11 times.
Do we listen to the coaches, how they're ready for it?
Yeah, we do that. But what I'm going to try to tell you is, watch what we are going to play against the South Africans.
Precisely.
And the South Africans have also now given us the expo.
Yeah.
If they know that it is my right hand that is my deadly hand, and then the coach, the goalkeeper is expecting me to play to my right, of course now I go to my left. Is he going to go to my left? So let them study. Okay. Sisi. Sonny is looking at you. I mean, right now we don't know. We are being joined by one of our special guests today. There are two good friends, but one of them is on here. We've had him in this house. Like we said, we have signed him in the transfer window. We already renewed his contract. His contract has been renewed, but the terms, well, I'm not going to tell you the terms of that particular contract. Former Super Eagles captain, former Super Eagles manager. A great one, the pass master himself, like we say. 9 goals were scored right there in Tunisia, 94. 5 of those goals came from his, direct passes. He will say, Yakini has to you'll see me, and then he will just drop it there, and it was, it is a goal. He's been passionately, following this team, motivating them, writing. He writes in flowing. I want to say this. At this stage in 1994. When we were, we were there, the Ivorians, the Zambians, with the 4 team, they were there right there for play for the semi-finals. And then he was interviewed by the BBC. I don't know if you can recall, but I will tell you this. I will tell you what he said. They asked him the question, who do you think is going to win, at this AFCON? It was at the semi-final stage. And I tell you what he said in 1994. He said, the team that will make the least mistake will be the team that will pick the trophy. Let's go on. He's on his way moving from Germany to Belgium, but we caught him. He's on the train. Let's see him. The man himself, Sunday Oliseh, Skippo.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Sonny. Sonny, did you recall that interview that you had with the BBC in 1994? That's plenty years ago, 26 years ago or so. 28?
No, I can't remember. But now that you're saying it rings a bell. It rings a bell. Thank you for the memory.
Sonny, you've been following this team, and we are in the semi-finals, and we are meeting familiar foes. But then, up to this stage, up to this level, what is your take? What have you seen with the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Well, at the beginning, when nobody trusted the team, on your show, I said it back then, that our team, I have some belief in them, that they can achieve something. Because the way we're playing, it's a way that sucks out space when the people try to attack us. And very few teams know the antidote or are able to execute the antidote against our defensive structure. It is not exceptional, but it is simple. But the problem is that I'm not going to start talking about the antidote here until we've taken the cup. So we'll talk after on that one.
You've had high praises for I don't know why you were a defensive midfielder, because if you are even playing attack, like I said, the purpose of an attacking midfielder is to create those things. I'm not trying to praise you, Sonny, but then looking at football, for those of us who followed football, you are looking at of course everybody talks about the Makaleles of this world. But before the Makaleles of this world and other point, I talked about Matthias Sammer, Paul Ince, Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, and all, you know, you look at those people that make it happen, that you don't see what they are doing, but they are the people who can the brain box of the team with grit and tenacity and whatever it is, but that accuracy. Sonny, in the team you've been praising Oliseh so much, but look at those who are playing your role. I mean, what do you have? What do you have? What are you telling? What can you tell us of those players?
Again, I've been praising Oliseh, but Oliseh is not really the major force carrying him. Oliseh makes it easier for the others to have the compact shape because he gives them from the front, he covers up. And the boy has been working his ass out. Forgive me for using that word on your show, but he's been working really well, you know. But these are things I knew because I see him week in, week out in Europe. Now, if you look at what Onyeka is doing in the midfield, now, there are two types of assists you have in football. There is the assist to the goal, and there is the pre-assist. The pre-assist is when a defensive midfielder or a defender they pass to somebody who makes it possible for that person to give the winning pass. Those are great things that Isco has been doing. Now, if you look at Lookman is working himself to death. Moses Simon, I was so impressed with how what he put in the last game. Oh, you have pictures of two of them, great. I was so impressed with what these two boys put up. They are not very tall, but they have a very big heart. Now, the team, people are forgetting that Ajayi is doing a great work in the back. The man is quiet, but he's doing his job. You know, we have too many players that are really poor. But what we are doing so well is the compactness. And these players in the midfield, the central defensive midfielders, that are winning the ball are making it impossible for the opponent to break free or to attack our central defense in face on. These are players that are really helping Nigeria to excel.
Okay. I want to say, I've been trying the questions. Sisi, do you have any question for Skipo?
Yeah, I think he's explained everything because we are facing South Africa in the semi-final. We've seen what South Africa have done, what they've been able to do against Morocco, against Cape Verde. Somehow, they understand their opponent very well because they had to study the opponent. I mean, I listened to Williams when after the game against Cape Verde, he said that the credit is going to the video analyst of the team because they had to give him the video of each of the players of Cape Verde across the world for him to study over 100 videos on his phone. And we are facing the South Africans. I don't know what we can do differently because they already understand the formation we are actually playing.
Forgive me for calling you Seti, but that's how I like calling your name. So it's Seti. The way I say it is this: South Africans have been doing well, but they've not played Nigeria. So let's not. You can only judge somebody by the opponents they've met. They've not met us. So that is why we should go into this game more than optimistic. They've not played Lookman. They've not played Simon. They've not played our African Player of the Year. And there's no, and Nigeria has not been great. Nigeria is showing something very, very impressive in this tournament. So it's 2 weeks. Sometimes you can do 2 weeks and after you are not good. So what comes for us now? South Africans will play what they have to play. I think we just have to be ourselves and continue in the same way we are doing. I don't see more changes. Hey, Mwabali has finally shut up so many people who have cleaned the goalkeepers. So let's not forget that.
Skipo, it's good to have you back here again. I'm still of the opinion that we haven't scored as much goals as we should have scored. Although, yes, our defense setup has been excellent. But over the last couple of games, I've been seeing tired legs. Yes, it's competition mode. Remember, there was a particular time I had him on the show and talked about, I think sometime in 98 or 99, he had a game. After the game, that's Skipo now. He was tired and he couldn't play anymore on the day. Now, we are going to play against South Africa, who have a way, they know how to drag games. They know how to defend, just like we know how to defend. What do you think we need to do to get more goals? Because I think if we're able to put 1 or 2 past them, it's game over. But they've been able to keep a lot of teams out. What do you think we need to do differently, Skipo?
They've kept clean sheets as we have kept.
Yeah, exactly. So what do we need to do? Because we need to score goals.
Listen, we are not scoring goals because we are not throwing bodies ahead of the ball. We defend with almost 5 defenders. And then we have already one central midfielder who's in front of the keeper. So we already have 6 players that are committed mostly to defensive work than going forward. So they are not Superman. Let's not expect us to score many goals. That is why we're not scoring goals. But at the same time, it guarantees us security in the back. But what we have to do going forward is the way we animate it. We can animate going forward, but also try to create a situation whereby we are able to deter the opposition for hurting us when we go forward. You know? And I shouldn't talk too much because I would, if I analyze this tactically more, I'll be giving out the secret to grab our opponents too. So it's like that.
Sorry, of course, tactically, you know, we are just looking at what has been done. What will be done, like you said, they've not played Nigeria, so we always have that that joker in the pack. But let me ask you this: we play South Africa over and over and over again. What are your memories of our games against South Africa? How do you take it? We talk about the altitude. I remember there was a game we played in South Africa, and we were complaining. Maybe 1 or 2 players ran out of gas because of the altitude. But yeah, but we are playing in a West African terrain. But just give us the vibes. What does it, anytime you guys are playing South Africa, do you say this is our regular customer, but we will beat them, or no? What was it like when you guys played South Africa?
But when you play South Africa, with all due respect, the first thing you have to show personality. You have to impose your game from the beginning. You have to show them from the beginning, we are the boss. We are Nigeria. Because we as Nigerians, we are used to this. Very few nations in Africa are used to it. You know, they have personality, they want to play, but when you come out with the swag of being a Nigerian, and you can prove it with your actions right from the beginning, they already know they have what to do. That's what we used to do in the past. And this team is gradually doing it too. In a more defensive, compact way, but they're also doing it. But against South Africa now, with the stakes very high now, you now have to show it even more. I think this is the time now whereby we have to be very, very aggressive. And we have to be very, very, we have to impose ourselves. We have to leave them to control. We can let them control certain parts of the pitch, but there are certain parts that we have to control.
I don't want to preempt anything, but because before we meet again on Sunday, of course you are Sunday, this is your day. Before we meet again, next week Sunday, we possibly will be laughing and hoping that Nigeria will go there. Which team will you prefer if Nigeria is able to scale this hurdle? Would you want us to meet the Ivorians? Have you seen? Is it the how do I say it? The patriotism, the home ground, everyone is pushing them where they are now, are now banding together as I think, like, how do I say it? A Calvary, going to war and say, look, we are all there, and what is the thing? Or is it the Congo, the DR Congo, which, if you are the sacrifice as a Nigerian, because you've been talking as a Nigerian, I know how it pitches us here, professionals out of there. Who you want us to make we play for final?
My brother, if possible, me, I would like to avoid Cote d'Ivoire. Because a final with a whole country, with their president, everybody coming, it could be complicated. But then again, I am not God. So I would rather say, please, God, give us a team that we can beat. That is on the day. And let's not go ahead of ourselves. We've not qualified yet. Let's look at the semi-finals first.
You have watched the South African team now. What have you noticed about the team? Not too much flowery, not too much flamboyance, but they are getting it done. They are keeping it tight at the back. I mean, will you be afraid going to play this team? Or will you say you have seen some chink in their armor? That's okay, fine. This is where we can penetrate from.
I would be worried playing this team. I would be worried because they are not bad. The coach of South Africa was my coach. He was the coach that coached me when the last month I played before I retired from Kwasi football. Hugo Bros. Now, he's a very pragmatic person, and he's very smart when he's dealing and talking with people. That is something that he should take. He's very, very smart. You see him, he steps backwards, but he's seen a lot, but he knows what to do. Now, he has watched Nigeria. Don't forget, this is a coach that has already won the AFCON before. So he knows what he's doing. So I would be worried. I'm very cautious playing this game.
That is the bench. Now, on the field of play, have you noticed any outstanding South African player that you can find? Normally, I remember there was this altercation, I don't want to call it altercation, but this clash between yourself and George Oponwea when we played in Port Harcourt. Were you detailed? Yeah. Yes. Were you detailed to mark him, or was there? And even as a manager, do you detail player to say, okay, make sure these guys, or if we block this side, this thing don't move. This is where the link comes from. This is where their supplies come from. Have you seen any such thing with the South African team?
Okay, what we did to George Weah was this. George Weah was a friend of Taribo West. So we had planned that we're going to play this game. It shouldn't be Taribo West always bothering George Weah. It was going to be Yobo. And Taribo will be covering up. Now, Yobo was bothering George so much, George lost his temper, pushed Yobo on the ground, was trying to show himself, I'm the big George. No, and I felt like, well, this is the time as a leader now to not defend my player. And I came and I shoved him away, and I made it clear to him that, hey, Mr. George, this is Nigeria. No, here you're not going to be a boss, no? Now, what we did, from the moment I did that, we had cut the head of the leader of the Liberians. And his teammates saw that even their big George, Stoney, and the others don't seem that big on the pitch. Immediately we did that to win the game, psychologically. Now, that is the kind of thing we're going to have to do now when we have to play South Africa. That's why I said we have to impose ourselves. South Africans, they are very compact, but when they go forward, they are dangerous. They are very, very dangerous. So what we have to do is regardless, don't look at individual players. We have to look at how do we stop them that when they come forward, they don't hurt us. Because like Cecilia rightly said, we should avoid going into penalties with these people. Their goalkeeper now has created an aura around him that even our players also saw. And this will make players now even think twice when they play penalties against this guy. So if we can avoid the penalties, I think I will sleep better.
Okay, Kochi, we'll still come back to you. We're going to go on a short break. Enjoy your ride. I wish I can be there with you enjoying this ride. No problem. We'll go ride down together. Let's go on a break. When we're back, we'll go back to the show. It's Channel Sport on Sunday. Stay with us. Half Afrique do 23 South. Anyway, I must learn this French, but I know it's Afrique. Yeah, it's Africa. Okay, like two other guys are in the house. It's going to be, see, on Sunday, next week Sunday, it's going to be a bumper show. It's going to be a bumper show. We are going to have all the internationals and both in and house, everybody, all of us. Ope is here, Jimmy is here. They will still be on Sunday. Everybody will be here.
Ex-internationals. You said all the ex-internationals. Did he play football? Did you play?
Jimmy,
he didn't play. Because the way you categorize all the
ex-international. I am an ex-international.
With the mouth.
Okay, Jimmy, welcome to the show.
Yeah, very pleasure to be here. Yeah. And it's so exciting to find Nigeria in this situation. I think a month ago, thereabouts, Tio actually did predict that Nigeria will go on to win. And I said, I don't absolutely doubt him. And I think we're on the cusp of winning the cup. Despite all the pessimism that went into it, we are a tournament team. We know how to do this, and let's do it again. We're about to do it again.
It says we're a tournament team. We grow, but we've been at this stage. This is our 16th time. Yeah. This is our 16th time. Before I take up, let us see, like how many, of the 4 teams, how many times we've gone to, reached the semi-finals, and then progressed from the semi-finals, and then gotten onto the final and picking. For Nigeria, it's like I said before now, it is 15. Yeah, that is Nigeria. 15 appearances before now. This is our 16th one. 16th, so all these things you're going to add 1. You understand? So these are our 15th. 8 times we have lost. 7 times we have gotten onto the final. Out of the final, 3 times we have won, and that so we have 3 gold, 4 silver, and 8 bronze medals.
And characteristically, what we have right now is that Nigeria is favorite, according to the bookmakers, to win. Right now, we are favorites to win. This is the same order: Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo, South Africa. So the statistics are really, really, looking good for Nigeria at this point in time.
Okay, before we rejoin our guests.
Okay, I think, we just match equal the record of the Egyptians, who are the only African team on 16.
On
so
16.
Nigerian, I think, Ikazu will say the Nations Cup is our best.
Right. So, and we didn't qualify that year.
Yes. It was out of the annoyance, and I think he has been proven right. Every time we qualify, bearing 82 and 2008 in Ghana, where we could not make the semi-final, we have always grown with the tournament. Even when we have a bad start, we always grow further. But again, for the South Africans, I think they will taste the same bitter pill the Ivorian tasted in '94. We beat them World Cup qualifiers and still semi-final of the World Cup. So the South Africans, we are still meeting them in June in Lagos for the World Cup qualifiers. So we beat them on Wednesday and still do it again.
Okay, this is our 12th meeting. All right, all right, they're in the house. But let us see. We've been on the road from Germany to Belgium. But let's go to Kaduna. And then I'm so happy having these 2 guys together. It's a dream team. This team I have. Can we see? Let us go. Where are our guests? Let's go and meet them. Let's go back. The guys are in the house. Can we? Okay. I'm being told that we should tarry a while. Let's wait a little. They will come on. They will come on. So you see the connection that we have for you on this show. The movement of. How did it come to you as a joke? Nobody expected that.
I think it was the timing.
Yes, that Hamilton will be signing for Ferrari.
It is the dream of, it's just like Real Madrid. It's the dream of every footballer.
And we are hearing that Mbappe has agreed to sign for Real Madrid.
Exactly. But dream fulfilled. It's becoming more real. But I think for Hamilton, the timing is what nobody expected. It was always there. There had been talks. It wasn't a secret. There had been talks that he would probably go to Ferrari. But the timing and the fact that everybody wants to race for Ferrari. But the question really is, how good a car is Ferrari at the moment? It's a huge gamble. But we have to give it to him. When it was, he still raced throughout this year.
When it was in McLaren.
When it was in McLaren, he won 1. Then thereafter, he won 6. He's won 6 because he's still there for Mercedes. So at this point in time, you just have to give the young man all the credit. All he did with Niki Lauda, also Toto Wolff. They have been a very fantastic combination. And, you just have to allow the man flex. He's going to be 40 in the next 1 year.
Wow.
And at this point in time, anything he does is just an extra.
He has seen it.
So,
that last title he won, that he lost.
I think it affected him psychologically. And I think Okpe was saying something the other time. He almost won a particular race that he was on pole.
Yes.
But it seemed that
that last race that was external interference, that they didn't allow the race to run.
It was controversial. Let's leave it at that.
If it was Vettel, you will not say what you are saying now.
But Ken, why was McLaren? He had the same setback of agonizingly losing the title. But he came back. But I think
this one was too much because right now he's not contending with a superior car.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing because the Red Bull machine, this machine that Red Bull has is a machine.
And I think he has given it all. I think
he had to do more with Mercedes not really being able to give him the kind of competitive car that he would have loved.
Maybe he would have discussed that with Ferrari before getting, and then before. And he wouldn't just take that gamble. Not for sentiments. It is not.
I think it's also a money move. It's also a money move. He's gotten a better financial offer. Mercedes is ready to give him. Even Toto Wolff did say that. Well, yeah, he's my guy, but he wasn't ready to take the particular offer, and they were ready to give him 1+1. Whereas Ferrari was ready to give him a longer period.
Well, let us see. I think to me, I believe that he has enough money. I just believe that the major drive force is Mercedes their car hasn't been competitive in the last 2-3 years.
And then,
it was also recognize that these are professional. They are not doing it for charity, so the money will always.
Because it was on 50. It was on 50. It was on 50 pounds.
He's one of the richest guys in the world.
Yes.
I'm not saying money.
Okay, you know what I think?
But I'm only saying that the money factor, if you factor it into whatever it is, probably we're talking about maybe 30%, but motivation to win. That to eclipse Schumacher is more than whatever money you want to pay him.
I agree.
Okay. Are my guys ready? Okay. All right. Let's go there. If we are ready, let's go there. We've been waiting. We don't use this to side talk. Am I seeing them? All right. Okay. We are getting set. Yeah, we have more ex-internationals. These are my colleagues who are joining us on the show.
Your colleagues?
Yeah, that's TJ. These are my colleagues that are joining me on the show. You know, TJ, you know, we used to train together. Like, these guys don't understand. They're telling me, why am I saying this?
You are ex-international, you tell them.
Yeah, exactly. You see, now that TJ has said I'm ex-international, have you agreed now? TJ, 10th of February, 2000, at the National Stadium in Surulere in Lagos, we were to play South Africa. This is February. We were playing February, 3 days to almost 24 years to the day that magic happened on that pitch. TJ, we were expecting you to come in on that pitch from the right. And then you started from the left. And before Ken Ochodogo could blink his eyes, TJ, it was 1. The same again, it was 2. Please, can you tell us what happened? How did you switch from right to left by your team was born free and clipped South Africa, the same team we are meeting today at the same stage of the championship?
Well, I can say it's a magic. First of all, thank you for having me here, Ken. I'm happy that I'm here again talking to Nigerians about our experience that happened 24 years ago. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, very clear, very clear.
On that day, I didn't train.
We must have this interview. It must be free. TJ, what's happening? Are you back? Are we freezing? Okay, let's go to Oliseh. Let's go to Oliseh while we sort Tijani out. Skippo, I know you are happy when you see your friend. You are only it is already a bonus because you tell me Tijani was my roommate, Tijani was my best friend. Tijani, okay. Now you have TJ right here with you. I asked him a question. We'll still go back to TJ. You were the captain of that team. Before that game against South Africa, we know what happened. You defied the doctors. You know, be better person. Doctors say, sit down one place. You know well. You refused and you went onto the pitch. And then you floated that pass to Julius Arawa. You understand? Okay. That was what happened. So are we taking TJ or we are taking... okay, TJ is back. Skippo, hold on. Your friend is here. Let's finish with TJ. TJ, you said you did not train with the team. You're scrubbing your head. You said you did not train with the team. What really happened? What really happened that day? Let's hear you. Let's hear you, TJ. Don't get frozen again. I tell you this. This is not happening. This shouldn't be happening. Hello, guys. Okay, let's go back to Sonny. You guys switch to let's go back to Sonny. Sonny is there. Sonny, okay, but before we bring back TJ, Sonny, like we're saying, was it a tactical? Did the Bonfred discuss that tactical move with you guys that Tijani should start from the left? And what was your rule? What was your rule on that thing? You don't capture malaria at that time, but of course, malaria, the parasite, your body small, but you were stronger than when we played against the Senegalese. So, but before you talk about this, like briefly tell us, why did you defy the doctor's orders and tell them that you must play on that match? Why?
We were looking weak, and I'm not going to flatter myself. I know that as at the time when I was at my best, our team needed us, me to be present for us to succeed in Asia. So, and we were really struggling. In fact, we were about to be eliminated. The Senegalese were leading us 1-0. And being the captain, also one of the motivations I had when I captained Nigeria was that I was not going to be having my record as the captain negative points on it. So I was not going to be the one that will not captain and Nigeria will not get to the finals at the home, on home turf. So, but that notwithstanding, I would prefer TJ to, if he's back, to explain to you, because TJ did some great things for us during that semi-final. And when the coach told me that TJ was going to start the game, well, you know how I feel about TJ, but he did great things, and I want him to say it himself, not me.
TJ, I don't know what's happening. His line is freezing. But let's go on to TJ. TJ, you must talk. If you have on video, you can take the call. We can take you on call so that we can hear your voice. But we just have to narrate what happened. TJ, are you there now? Is TJ back? Can we take TJ on call? If we can, we've seen his face, we've seen his video. Can we take him on call? Can we take his voice? Okay. Skippo, my director said I should continue with you, the instruction, until we can get TJ, because we are having a little bit of challenges with him. But how did you guys prepare? Like we said, of course, you are playing at home. You narrowly sent the Senegalese out there, and then you guys now came in. Preparing for that, how much pressure, how much tactics, how much confidence did you guys have? After you said you respect your opponent, which is good. But what was the feeling going on the pitch on that day before you played South Africa? Because the guys will be having that same feeling on Wednesday right there in Cote d'Ivoire.
Well, to start with, there's something that people don't remember is this. For that semi-final game, JJ was suspended. He had gotten his suspension from the Senegalese game, so he was not going to play the semi-final. So Bonfrey now played a master joker, which was to bring in our fastest player. And when he brought in TJ was now brought in to play on the left side for us, to cover up JJ's absence in the midfield. But we now played in a different way. He changed the team in a different way. And the pace TJ brought now changed completely the way we went forward. Because I am blessed to have played with TJ at Ajax. So I know that if anybody TJ is playing against, if the person makes the mistake of starting to run with TJ on the same line when TJ is running, about to receive the ball, you've lost it. And so it was really, really a boost of confidence for us having TJ in the team. And he did the necessary.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can get him back, if we can get TJ back, because we really need to have TJ's voice here. TJ, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, hey, that's beautiful. That's connection. All right, give us your brother Sonny said that you should be the one to talk, not him. That because of the magic you performed that day, Nigeria 2, not Nigeria 2, TJ 2, South Africa 0. So let's hear you, TJ. TJ, tell us what happened.
It was a magic because a day to the match, after I played about 2 games already against Morocco and against Senegal playing from the right side, and Bonfrey called me a day to the match and told me, Baba, you are playing from the left side. It's like a bomb, something that is coming from they beat Ghana and they come to Nigeria and the whole world, not only Africa, are stand still watching how. Can you hear me?
You are very clear, very clear. You are very, very clear. Cool. You are very, yes.
And he just said, the next time, I meet my captain, Tijani, I tell him, look at what people want to do. They want to bring me to the next side. Then we say, okay, what am I do? I went ahead and talked to Stephen Casey. And I tell Stephen
Hold on, TJ. Hold on, TJ. Sonny, can you mute? Sonny, can you mute your volume? Okay, Sonia, I've done that. Okay, TJ, continue. Okay, TJ, continue.
I went to meet Stephen Casey and tell Stephen Casey, listen, I cannot play from the left side. I'm doing very good from the right side. This man is taking me to the left. He tell me, come, let's go to the room, to his room. He took me to Bonfrey's room and he said, Coach, we have an issue here. I said, what is the problem? He said, Baba said that you are bringing him to the left, but I don't think it's a good idea. Why would I leave him playing from right? He said, is that what he comes here for? We said, yes. He said, okay, you two all, we should just leave this room He drive us out to go out of the room. He tell me, Baba, tomorrow if you don't score, you will never going to play at the national team. I said, what does this man mean? But if you see the tactical play of South Africa at that time, playing with only three defenders because they are playing more positive football, even against us because they want to win. You find out that the guy who's playing from the right side is from the number 2 is the one who's going off front. So when you go off front and lose the ball, if I take the ball, it's 1-on-1. So that was what happened. And I just take it, I think it's one of the fastest goal in semi-final of African football. 36 seconds, not even 1 minute. And I ran and beat McFish and hit the net. And after that one, the second goal came and I become hero playing from the left side that I never played. So you can see there are coaches who are very brilliant. This thing happened 24 years ago and he already bring this system. And that's why you guys even get me now to explain exactly what happened on that day. That makes me a hero.
Hey, TJ, let me repeat what you said just now. Let me repeat what you said. You didn't hear what you said. Let me repeat what you said. You said you beat McFish and hit the net. So you use the net to catch the fish.
Yes, so that is true. That's what happened. And that goal, I believe that 24 years ago, many people that watch that match, they never forget that scene. They never forget what happened on that day. And that's why Nigerians are so happy and so much happy about what we did to South Africa. And then they pray, and we pray all of us that this will happen on Wednesday when we get these guys again.
Okay, after the game, after scoring those 2 goals, what did you tell Bonfrey? Did you go to tell him, thank you, sir? What did you go to tell Bonfrey?
Of course. When I see him, I jump in him and I hug him. He say, if you don't score, I told you, if you don't score, you're not going to play for my team again. I say, yes, you're right. So he hugged me and speak Dutch to me. I tell him, thank you.
Sonny has always been talking about you. And we've not had the opportunity of you talking about Sonny. Tell us 1 or 2 things you know about Sonny. Talk about Sonny here.
Well, if I speak about Sonny, people will say I'm biased because they know what I'm going to speak about Sonny. But let me tell you one thing. There is one of our ex-player, our ex-junior player, what is his name, player at Eyimba at that time. There was something he said about Sonny last week.
Duke Udi.
What Duke Udi have said has bring Sonny out for everybody to know who is Sonny. Not from my mouth, but all I know, and I can tell you about Sonny, and I have said it because what Duke Udi said in one platform, I replied them on that platform. That vividly
Okay. I don't know what's happening in Canada. I don't know what's happening. TJ is giving us. See, we'll go back to TJ immediately. You guys, you have any question for Sonny? You have any question for Sonny?
No, I think for me, I think TJ, it was not that much that made him our hero. Yeah. TJ was already a Nigerian hero in Cairo '91.
Yes.
Then TJ came almost destabilized the '94 team when we played Georgia.
Exactly.
TJ was something else. In fact, the most brilliant play from a Nigerian player in Ibadan. It was who they draw for TJ for the World Cup team. So TJ has paid his bills, and we hope it will serve as a moral booster for this on Wednesday for this current generation.
I think what we'll be hearing is based on patriotism, selflessness, zeal, because they all are I mean, you can also hear the way they speak about, the exploits, the brilliance of the coaches at that time, 24 years ago, to deploy such a tactic. I was in the stadium. Even before I could get
okay, you don't reach that time.
Now for you. Now for you. I mean, before I could get we were hearing goals right before we even. We did the first 5 minutes.
Before we settled
down. Just listening to them talk about that exploit is wonderful to know. Really.
Okay, is TJ back? I will go straight to Oliseh. Okay, TJ is back. All right, TJ, you were telling us before. I don't know. I'm going to arrest your network. That is no. This is supposed to be employed. So we're talking about Sonny. You were talking about Sonny. Yeah.
The point is, many people are seeing me live on TV, and they didn't know that they cannot call my number, but they keep on calling my number and disturb my call. Anyway, I'm talking about Sonny now. Thank God that Duke Udi has spoken. and many people have seen the other side of Sonny's story, because it's not coming from my side. Because if I said it, they will say, no, it's Sonny friend, it's Sonny guy, it's Sonny brother, or whatever he will talk. Dukudi have said it. Whenever this kind of situation happens, Sonny will stop the whole team if it concerns a player. It doesn't matter if that player is a professional or a local player. No matter if they just invite you in that national team and you are part of us and you play the game, you must get exactly what you get, what we all have. Even other players that didn't come there, or maybe we have some injured players, Sonny will tell us each and every player should gather money. Because I remember during that time, we have about 2 or 3 players that are injured. I won't call their names, of course. Sonny let us gather money to these players. They were in the Nation Cup, they didn't come, but every match we give them money. And it happens with Dukudi, because in that match, it happens. So Sonny is a person, a fighter, not only for himself. Sonny is a sheep. I tell to Sonny already that he is a captain in a ship, that he only go down when the ship go down. He never let the ship if the ship is floating. And that is what happened even in the football field. Sonny is always there for us. Whenever all these young boys at that time, Yakubu Egbeni, Julius Agahua, Yobo, all these guys at that time, they were younger. All their issues, they will come to me and I will meet Sonny, and Sonny will go in for their rightful thing and they will get them. And they know about it. And if you speak with them, they will speak to you about Sonny. So sometimes if I hear people talking about Sonny this, Sonny that, I laughed. Of course, you may not have a good relationship with him, but in his job, it's a very...
Can you hear us? Okay, TJ, 60 seconds before we go to Sonny, because we are leaving. Just talk to the boys in Cote d'Ivoire in 60 seconds, in 1 minute.
Listen, guys. Already before the tournament, the whole nation don't have a confidence in you guys. You build the confidence. We didn't build the confidence for you. You build the confidence yourself. You have it in your head now that you are going to win the cup. There is nothing will stop you, because already you show it in the last match, because it's only the confidence that you show that makes you beat that team. And that is the confidence that you will take. And the discipline you use in that match, use the same against South Africa. You are going to beat them. They can make all the mouth they can, but I'm sure there is no team that will stand on your way. And we're waiting for the cup in Abuja. We are waiting for you here. God willing, you will come and you will land with that cup. And that ego will take you down to Abuja, inshallah.
All right. Sonny, let's hear from you. A minute from Sonny before we close. Sonny, can you close the show? A minute. Is Sonny there? Is Sonny there? All right, let's go to Sonny.
I will try to... Now, TJ has put me on the spot now. On the spot, okay. The reality is that 1 minute for the boys is, in life, nobody gives you anything. You have to take it. Nobody gives you anything. You have to take it. And if you're coming to like TJ himself, you've seen with TJ and us, if you're, like TJ rightfully said one thing very important. Before the tournament, almost nobody gave them a chance. They were written out. Now, the thing there is that you are not going there to play for yourself. You're playing there for your family and your name. You're playing there for the nation itself. You're playing there to go into history. You're playing there to be able to beat your chest and become, in a very nice way, legend. Forget what anybody says. At the end of the day, people will only remember winners. So that one alone should be the motivation to say, look, we can win. The best 4 nations are there now. It is not a question of the big names are out. No. At the moment, those are the best 4 nations of the tournament. So I think we can win.
All right.
And like Baba said, take it to Abuja for the continent.
Thank you. Sonny, we'll be back on Sunday. This team, I will call you. I'll bring you and TJ back on this show. Guys.
The mandate is simple for the boys.
Okay.
Win the cup to make Nigerians happy.
Okay, get to the finals.
They should look out for one another on Sunday, on Wednesday. TJ look out for those who that day they should look out on another victory.
Well, cannot go. God bless Nigeria. Where's my pen? I drop it.